Hey, we're Solardo.
And we're here doing 10 questions for ANTS. My standout ANTS memory would be last time we played the Radio 1 at ANTS. I think it might have been 2019, 2018. And Pete Tong, who obviously is this legend, introduced us over and thought, oh, we've actually made it here. He said, and here are the party boys of Ibiza.
Yeah.
Solardo. And I went,
Yeah!
I made it. The big man's here, he's saying we're cool, and we must be.
Obviously, because it's a big thing for us, Pete Tong is obviously the voice of electronic music, right? He's like the godfather of electronic music, and you know, we've grown up listening to Pete Tong of Radio 1 on a Friday night, and then obviously to have him introduce you, like, this was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
At the closing party. Was it 2018 or 2019?
No, it wasn't the closing party. It was Radio 1.
No, sorry, Radio 1 weekend. Sorry, Radio 1 weekend. Yeah.
I think it's probably like 18 or 19. I'm not too sure.
We first met on a pirate radio station in 1997. Like randomly, like we had a slot before Mark. That's the first time I come across him. Mark was part of. Obviously, back then we did like drum and bass and garage. Mark was part of like a group called 𝗙cie𝗹𝗹cie, which obviously did a lot for like dubstep, and then obviously Mark went and done his own thing. So yeah, pirate radio, we first come across each other.
Well, usually I sit in the studio, mess around doing all the technical stuff, and then I'll go back to James and say, what do you reckon of this? And then try and get some direction on where we should go with it. I'm the technical guy and he comes up with like cool ideas and that sort of stuff. It's just a long process, which is long.
I can remember my first trip to Ibiza, which was in 1997. Actually working at Manchester Airport. I just left school, and there was these guys who I worked with that was in the army, and I was 17 at the time, so I wasn't legally allowed to come. And someone dropped out, and one of them said, "Hey, do you want to come to Ibiza? You just pay the name change, and you can have the flights, the accommodation." When I was 17, so obviously I've come away with like 10, 15 like proper army guys, and me 17 like this. And yeah, in 1997 I went down the West End. I never forget, I went to Manumission, and DJ Sonique was playing, and she was like, obviously there was no CDJ, she had vinyls, but she was like playing and singing at the same time. Like, yeah. So yeah, 1997 was my first time I come to Ibiza. WAF.
I was going to say WAF as well, yeah.
WAF.
Yeah.
You know, WAF's a sick back to back.
And he's a laugh, you know, when you're having a mix.
He's like one of the lads, and you know, you can have a laugh with him, and he's not like super, like, 𝗙cie is good as well. I like going back to back with Paul.
I reckon the Prodigy, I'd say.
That's a bold
just
one.
Because obviously they're the best electronic music acts ever, I think, personally. Like, always forward thinking. Their music, which they made back in the 90s, is still relevant now. Yeah. And to do that sort of thing is just incredible. So if we had a chance, I'd probably say them, definitely.
Yeah, I went to watch them in concert when I was 16 at Manchester Apollo. When I was 16, that was 1996. Do I have to answer this on camera? I have no idea, to be brutally honest. Listen, it's a very, very tough question to answer.
I reckon you'd be a gardener.
Yeah, a gardener.
A gardener.
Yeah, a gardener. I would have been.
Yeah, and I reckon I've just done this all my life, so no, I don't know. Oh, I did work at McDonald's once, so maybe I would have continued doing that. I don't know. I got sacked actually. Never got a star. I was there for a year, not one star. Terrible.
Yeah, we've got loads of new music, we've got loads of projects, you know, collaborations with people and stuff, and yeah, and we've just got a lot of ideas down at the minute what aren't finished. So, you know, after the summer season, because obviously, as you know, the summer season is super intense and it's very difficult. You know, when you're doing 4 or 5 gigs a week in different countries, you know, you don't get much studio time. So after the summer, we're going to obviously get back in the studio and finish off all the ideas. We've got obviously music coming out, we've got new music coming out in a couple of weeks.
I think like summertime is the perfect time for us to, you know, just try out all our ideas. So we have like our next single, which comes out I think the 18th of August, and that's with Mandalo. And that's just more of an underground rolling sort of tune. And then we've got loads of different ideas, like he says, but we just try them all out over the summer in Ibiza, see what sticks, what doesn't stick, and then I mean, we make tunes which you think, oh, this is amazing, play it, or play it somewhere and
go,
no
reaction,
and everyone just looks at forward and go,
think,
fuck this.
Good.
So that's why we take this time now just to, you know, focus on seeing what works and what doesn't work, and then and then we'll take our choices from there, what we're going to release.
I go fishing.
I know it goes fishing, but I think people know that though.
No, I know, yes, I don't
People know all
the
shit stuff we do. I'm really tidy. I'm like OCD beyond belief, and if I could be even tidier than I would be. But I can't because there's people around me always making mess, so I'll just try and be as tidy as I can, but that is my extreme thing. Yeah.
Go out on a boat, mate, nice meal with the family.
Meditate
and then play at one of the major super clubs. That's, you know, you can't ask for much more.